Hey, this is Ron back with another bass lesson. This is by request, Tony Spinner, Walkin The Dawg. It's a pretty straightforward blues, 1-4-5, E, A, and B. Now I'm tuned down a half step to match the record. I'm pretty sure that they must have tuned down, but I guess they didn't have to. But so I'm playing it on mainly on the 7th and the 5th frets. But if you're playing it without tuning down, then just move down a half step and translate the stuff, you know. The only thing is you'll lose the open strings, and I think that's why they probably tuned down. I know I would if I was playing the song in this version, because the open strings add something. So the basic riff, the very basic riff, is in E, and it's on the on the A string and the D string. That's the very, very basic stripped down riff. So it's E, E, D, E, E, G, E, E, D, E. Okay, all on 5 and 7 there on the middle two strings. And then the next level up would be to add a little trill with a hammer and pull off on 5 and 6 on the G and G sharp. So okay, one more time. And then they add another level. You can put little filler notes between the repeat of that phrase. So, for example, and I'm doing it all in 5 and 7. I tried to boost up the bass and with an equalizer. It's not a very prominent bass, and I don't think he's being real busy, but he's doing some kind of passing tones once in a while with this general flavor. I also think he might be using a 5-string bass, because I hear notes that sound like they're lower than the 4-string register. But anyway, this kind of thing will work. So okay, so a couple of phrases that I like to do in that kind of situation is just hammer on 5 to 7 on the E string, catch the D on the A string, and come back to the B. Or a little, just one level, a little bit fancier, is to end up with not just hitting the B, but hammering on from the A. A, B, D, A, B. Okay, and then I also, to my taste, you can catch that flat 3rd G up here on the 12th fret. So you can go like, okay. I mean, you can play around, because there's plenty of room in here for the bass player to experiment. Just, you know, stay within what sounds good. You know, probably mostly the E pentatonic scale is going to be where you're going to pick the notes from. And then when it goes to the 4 chord, the A, it sounds pretty simple to me. He just chromatically goes up, and comes back to the 1. So he's mostly staying on the root, and then he might be, you know, again, some filler tones. And it's similar with the 5 chord too. He's back on the regular riff, chromatically up to the B, to the A, back to the 1. Okay, and you know, and you can certainly vary whether you're doing the hammer on or not, and you can also, depending on what your guitars are doing. So, you know, sometimes it's cool to stay really simple on the bass if the guitars are busy. Makes for a nice, like, rhythmic difference too, you know. And then the other way you can do this is you can hit the low strings with basically the same notes an octave lower, but you have the low E, but you don't have the low D on the 4 string, so you got to hit the D here on the 5th, or up here, I guess, on the 10th. But it makes more sense to me to do it here. So, okay, so you're just working with open E, the D, and then the G here, and you can do the hammer on too, right there. So Okay, you can still use the same filler riffs or something else if you care to add that in there. And that's pretty much all of the bass in this song. It repeats the turnaround from the B to the A twice at the end. I think at the end of the solo or at the end of the last chorus, but it's right towards the end of the song. It's the only time it really varies from the structure. The rest of the time, even during the solo, I think it stays in the structure. So, nice thing about blues is the changes, you can usually feel them way in advance. So, it's pretty much it. I didn't transcribe it because it's you know, it's pretty straightforward and simple. There's no complicated riffs, so I figured that just showing them should be enough. So, certainly, if you have any questions, as always, feel free to email. And yeah, just thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, spread the word, and keep the requests coming. Just a quick note on requests. Just like you, my time is not infinite, so I'm happy to try to learn songs and post them if people ask. But I have people that are willing to send me a couple of bucks to post a new video and take the time to do it, and obviously they're going to get the priority just because, like everybody else, I need to make a living. But I do not refuse people just because they can't or won't pay. I just got to put you on on the back burner. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.